Hello and welcome to another entry. In this video series we're checking out submissions to the DungeonCrawler GameJam of 2026. And this time we will have a look at Vector Hollow by WanderingTheDepths. But before we have a look at the page and then jump into the game, let me give you a brief overview of this year's Game Jam. This year's DungeonCrawler Game Jam has been completely organized by the community, including donations for the prizes. The rules might look complicated, but can be summarized very quickly. Essentially, the goal is to make a grid-based dungeon crawler with first-person perspective like Wizardry, Dungeon Master or Legend of Grimrock. And like these games, the game must have combat or a substitute, a way to win, to lose, and a character value like hit points, which can also be increased. While the game itself needs to be made within the 9 days of the jam, it is allowed to prepare and to reuse code and assets as well as using AI. You also got to pick and implement one of the 4 themes revealed at the start of the jam. In total, more than 75 valid entries have been submitted in the jam, freely available for everyone to try out. And the winners are determined by votes from the community. Purpose of my videos is solely to provide feedback and entertainment. And with that said, let's get back to today's game. Vector Hollow by WanderingTheDepths. Before we jump into the game, let's have a brief look at the description here. The screenshots look very promising already. The music also sounds very good. The music is AI generated, and we will see about the external assets and AI generation on the submission page in just a bit. But first, let's have a look at the game page here. Something mourns in the depths. The small town of Vector Hollow has always enjoyed a modest influx of adventurers seeking to plumb the depths of the nearby ruins. However, recently a mournful bellow has been echoing up from the depths, disturbing the villagers' peaceful lives. The town has issued an official call for brave souls to investigate the disturbance. Are you up for the challenge? Of course. Vector Hollow is a wizardry-inspired game where you create and equip a fresh-faced party from various backgrounds and classes and dive into a deep dungeon. With foreknowledge of RPG tropes and mechanics, a conclusion may be reached in less than an hour of play, though with less experience it could take 1 to 2 hours. This game was made in 1 week for the DungeonCrawler Jam 2026. I am grateful that you've decided to check it out. Yeah, so we will need to see if it's like random creature spam, but yeah, we will see. Controls, WASD, Q and E for arrow keys, navigation in the dungeon. This sounds like standard controls, depends on whether or not Q and E is for turning. Scroll wheel navigating through menus, so it looks like it's no mouse control within the menus, but we will see. Spacebar, no, yes, left click in the upper left area. Yeah, we will see. Backspace, right click in the upper left area, cancel menu selection, that sounds weird. Okay, tab or confirm when in dungeon, open the camp menu. Okay. Escape, open the options menu when the game can be saved or loaded. Yeah, and for that it's probably good to download it, which I did. So, Game Jam clarifications. A few quick things to help smooth the experience. Mouse control is unintuitive, and I probably should have just left it out. I recommend keyboard control. Yeah, that sounded like keyboard. It's made for keyboard control. The element symbols on the screen in combat are player-enemy defensive elements. You use offensive abilities to target those elements. Normal attacks from players or monsters are non-elemental unless otherwise specified. Okay, so this is like going into this elemental rock, paper, scissors thing. The game uses elemental rock, paper, scissors. Ice beats fire, fire beats lightning, lightning beats ice. Okay. Light beats dark, dark beats arcane. Yeah, to me, this kind of sounds very random, but okay. Using an elemental attack against an enemy affiliated with a weaker element deals double damage. Using it against an enemy with strong element deals half damage. Using an element against itself deals no damage at all. Okay, interesting. Elements from different groups deal normal damage. Fire versus arcane. Armor confers a defensive element to a party member, and all characters begin wearing an elemental armor. Some enemies might have effective spells against your default elements, so it doesn't hurt to save up for alternate gear. Uh-huh. Okay. There's nothing wrong with just taking the first 4 pre-made characters in the tavern. Warrior, Cleric, Rogue and Mage. A solid lineup. If building your own party Cleric and Druid are quintessential healers, Ranger and Bard are not bad either, but won't learn their healing spells until level 2. Barbarian and Monk can heal themselves to take some pressure off your healer. In general, the Barbarian is a good choice as a physical fighter. Mages are a great choice as a master of elements. Use your starting money to buy weapons for as many party members as possible. Bards, Rangers and Rogues are effective attackers from the back row with a short bow. Okay, so we don't start with weapons. Besides the ability to save and load, there are a number of good options for controlling your gameplay experience in the options menu. You can set combat speed to 0 to make it that combat only advances at your own pace by pressing spacebar or NT. Save early, save often. Okay, so it is turn-based, but it doesn't need to be, okay. When all else fails, running is quite effective. Okay. Known bugs. There should be nothing completely game-breaking. Hopefully there may be minor display issues or inconsistency. Yeah, hopefully. There may be minor display issues or inconsistency with HP values, which I wasn't able to pin down, but in most cases it should not impede gameplay. Elemental icons on abilities and armor in various menus will have consistent positions depending on resolution. Yeah, okay. Size properly. I'm playing on 1080p standard resolution, so hopefully that will work. I apologize that there isn't better feedback on what kind of abilities to expect from various classes. You're sort of flying blind, hoping whatever you choose is useful. Okay, I also apologize for balancing issues, but okay, this is a jam game, there's not too much time for balancing. So, my biggest struggle might be to just memorize what is a good against what, because that doesn't seem to be intuitive to me. Like, light beats dark, but why doesn't dark beat light also? Like, the order is, yeah. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the submission page here, and here we have just an overview of yeah, the elemental rock, paper, scissors. This is what we have seen in the description already. External audio assets, okay. Generative AI was used to create graphics, okay, and was also used for audio. Alright, and with that I would say, let's jump into Vector Hollow by Wandering the Depths. And here we are in the game, and on a second PC I put the controls and so on, and also the elementals, so that I have an overview of that. I already noticed with the mouse controls, if I click on anything here, it will just start a new game. Even if I click on quick game. So yes, apparently it needs to be played with keyboard, and I will just ignore the mouse now. In a valley nestled between ancient mountains, the village of Vector Hollow has endured for centuries, its people living quiet, simple lives. The village's only claim to the wider world is the great stone ruin that looms at the valley's edge, a vast labyrinth said to have been built by the dragons themselves in an age before memory, for a purpose no living soul can fathom. Adventurers have long come to test their courage against its depths, drawn by rumors of treasure and glory. Most return humbled, some do not return at all. But lately something has changed. At night, a mournful bellowing echoes from the ruins entrance, rolling down the valley like distant thunder. The villagers can no longer sleep, children cry, livestock grow restless. The village elders have posted an official commission, a call for a band of heroes brave enough to descend into the labyrinth and put an end to the disturbance. Your party has answered that call. Okay, so let's create that party. The medieval town nestled within a wooded valley. 150 gold, party 0. We have... let's go to the tavern. Okay. We can add to party, and we could just add one of these. Okay. but we go back and we create a new character. Okay. It was mentioned that we need some characters, and also Barbarian was like recommended or something. So let's just create an own party here with some of the recommended stuff. For example, a Barbarian. This is the same, right? No, not quite. But let's go with a half-orc Barbarian then. So there is no random stuff being rolled here. A primal warrior fueled by rage and raw strength. Okay, so the Barbarian has ice abilities. Uxar. Okay. Uxar the Barbarian. Create this character and... okay, so we also have... At least, yeah, I can use the mouse to point at things. We have this ice character, and there's also a small, nice animation. Okay, create new. So it was mentioned that we need 2 classes. Let me have a look at what... Cleric and Druid are quintessential. Okay, so let's create one of these then. I have no idea what could be, like, how is a druid working here? Wisdom. That looks like a perfect perfect druid here. Or I didn't even notice that before, but yeah, it's also changing the clothes here. Very nice. Okay, cool. That's a nice druid. Healing ice and lightning. Gnome. Sergus. Okay, confirm. Then we need create new party. Then we need a priest, right? So apparently dwarves are not good at... I guess wisdom is for priests, but no idea. Fairy. Tiny and magical. Great arcane power, but shatter easily. Oh, we have a ratling. The cunning ratlings are survivors with a knack for trickery and magic. Huh. Maybe also good in dodging or something? Let's take a rattling cleric. Nice. Ruth the rat. Okay. And then we need one more. We can take a bard. Halfling. I don't know which like values are good for which characters, so it's a bit hard to say. I will just go with Halfling Bard. Whether or not that makes sense. Songs inspire allies and confound enemies. Healing. Oh, also healing and arcane. Sounds reasonable. And he is not Frodo, he is Froppy. Froppy the halfling bard. Okay, so we basically only have 1 melee. Oh, we can... Back. We can put 3 people in the back. Okay. So we have 1 tank and basically 3... We will need to see how a bard is actually fighting. If it's like with a bow or something, or if they are limited, I have no idea. So, okay, exit, quest board. Browse available. Oh, Scholar of Antiquities survey. The architecture of floor 1 may hold clues to the dungeon's original purpose. Survey at least 65% for my research. Or concerned elder slay. This is... Can we take all of them? Browse available? Apparently, yes. So, we need to explore. We need to kill 5 hatchling drakes. And a prized cask of wine is stolen right from a cellar by dungeon raiders. Also on floor 1. Okay, so we have quests. So what's the inn for? Stables. Hours for sleeping. Okay. We don't need that. We have a trading post. And here we can buy equipment. Okay. Then we have the library. Which volume interests you? Dust motes drift through shafts of light between tall shelves of weathered tomes. An elderly librarian peers over her spectacles and nods warmly. Take your time, dear. Knowledge is the sharpest blade you'll carry into those ruins. The Mysteries Control. Author unknown. Mysteries Control. Translators note the following text was found scrawled on parchment in the dead-end corridor of the dungeon. The author is unknown. Scholar at the library deemed the ravings interesting enough to transcribe. Through their meaning remains a mystery. Next page. In most situations, pressing W and S, the up and down arrows, or scrolling with the mouse will navigate menus. Pressing enter space, lifting. Okay. Okay, this is just the controls then. Elemental. Fire and turn overwhelm electrical foes. Maybe I can kind of memorize with its logic. The natural elements follow a cycle of dominance. Icy water extinguishes fire, making frost devastatingly effective against flame-born creatures. Fire in turn overwhelms electrical foes as superheated air disrupts their charge. And lightning conducts through ice and water to fry such enemies with ease. Okay. Okay. The arcane elements follow their own cycle. Only power drives away darkness. Light has always banished shadow. Darkness proves overwhelming to the arcane, smothering its carefully constructed patterns. And arcane forces were engineered by mages specifically to supplant what is holy. I'm not so sure. Striking a foe with an element they are weak to. Okay. We all had that already. So, formation and tactics. Formation is super important. Those in front row draw the bulk of enemy attention. Expect them to be targeted far more often than those in the back. Place your hardest fighters up front. Yeah. The back row offers protection at a cost. Those standing behind the front line take only 60% of incoming physical damage. However, they also deal only 60% of physical damage with their own strikes. The distance simply blunts. Okay. There's one exception. Bows and other ranged weapons suffers no such penalty. An archer in the back row hits just as hard. If you have range anyone wielding a bow, the back row. Okay. Magic obeys different rules entirely. Spells strike with full force regardless of where the caster stands, and they pierce through to the back row without any reduction. A mage in the back row is both well protected and fully effective. There's no reason to place in the front. Okay. We have vital statistics. Okay. I should have read that before, I guess. Strength is the raw force behind every blow. Constitution is the body's ability to absorb punishment. Opposed? When a blade strikes flesh, the attacker's strength battles the defender's constitution. Okay. Intelligence and wisdom. Intelligence is the sharpness of mind needed to channel arcane forces. Wisdom is the spiritual fortitude to shrug off magical assault. These two oppose each other just as strength and constitution do. Dexterity, speed, and reflexes. Dexterity governs turn order in battle and one's ability to flee unfavorable encounters. Unlike the other stats, dexterity has no opposite, it stands alone. Strength hits, constitution resists the hits, intelligence blasts, wisdom resists the blast. Dexterity determines who acts first and who escapes. Understand where you are vulnerable. I've fetched up to many mages who thought intelligence alone would carry them through a brawl. Okay. And common ailments. For any who venture into the ruins, and understanding of the afflictions lurking within is as vital as sharpening blade. I've treated enough returning adventurers to fill a volume on the subject, so I have. Poison, the most common ailment by far. Venomous creatures and toxic traps will leave a victim's blood burning with slow corruption each time the poisoned individual exerts themselves in battle. The venom takes its toll, sapping a portion of their vitality. Poison does not fade on its own. That's important to know. It must be treated with an antidote or by a healer's curing magic. The temple can also cleanse it for a modest fee. Paralysis. A cruel affliction that locks the muscles and seizes the joints. A paralyzed adventurer will find themselves unable to act much of the time, their body refusing to obey. On occasion they may force through a movement, but they cannot be relied upon. Like poison, paralysis is persistent. A jolt tonic will restore mobility, as will certain restorative spells. Sleep, magical slumber renders the victim completely helpless. They cannot act at all, and no amount of willpower can arouse them on their own. Commands given to a sleeping ally are simply ignored. There's one mercy. A sharp blow will jolt the sleeper awake immediately. Failing that, a small mallet applied firmly to the shoulder works wonders. Certain curing spells can also lift the enchantment. Then we have a slow, a subtle but insidious hex that drags at the limbs like wading through the deep mud. The afflicted can still act, but they will always move last in any engagement regardless of their natural speed. A haste tonic will counteract the effect. Alternatively, a skilled healer's magic can dispel it. Petrification, that's quite a lot here. The most dreaded ailment short of death itself. The victim's flesh hardens to stone, leaving them a statue on the battlefield. They cannot act, cannot be roused by any blow, and for all practical purposes have left the fight entirely. A gold needle, rare and expensive, is the traditional remedy. Powerful curing magic can also reverse the transformation. The temple priests can help, though they charge dearly for the effort. Okay, a final note, dear reader. The inn will not cure any of these ailments. A warm bed soothes aches and restores one's energy, but it cannot purge venom from the blood or undo a petrification. If your party is afflicted, visit the temple or stock appropriate remedies before your next expedition. I've seen too many parties march back into the ruins with a paralyzed warrior and a poisoned healer, confident that things would simply work out. They did not. Okay. Okay, then we have the camp. Ability, here we have, okay, inventory. Uxar. Weapon, offense. Here's a tunic. Okay. This is search. Leaves rustle in the breeze. The village is at peace. Ability. Rage. Boosts on strength greatly. Okay, he has nature's touch. The issue is that SP is spell power or spell points or something. Restore HP to one ally. Okay. Ruth. Oh, no. I didn't want to heal. So they both heal. So maybe the info was actually that either is necessary. But in the text it was saying cleric and druid are quintessential healers. So maybe I would only have needed one of them. I don't know. And so the bard, inspire. Oh, okay, 1 strength. Okay. Quests. Okay. Enter the dungeon. So we need to buy some stuff. Equipment. Uxar. How much money do we have? I think we had 150, but I don't see it here. Ah, top left, 150. Okay. Okay. And I'm not sure. Ah, okay. So these are limited to classes. Oh, that's interesting. So this can only be worn by a dwarf. Greatsword. Chainmail. Warrior Barbarian. Amulet of Fortitude. Everyone can wear that. And this looks like something which is then... Oh, Vitality Ring. Okay, let's first buy a weapon for our damage dealer so that we get some damage done. Buy and equip. A fine choice. I hope so. Okay. And because he's going to take all the damage, he will also get the additional HP from... we can buy HP and we can buy Con, which should also help against enemy strength or something. Let's buy that as well on Uxar. Okay, so with that... We are out of money and buy provisions. What's the warpstone? No. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, let's have a quick look at the other controls. Tap or confirm when in dungeon. Open the camp menu. With escape, we can go into the options, save, load. We can also... So combat speed... Okay, this might also just be when... I will keep it at 20% for now and just see what happens. Show unequipable. Okay, nice. Okay, back. And... escape, yeah. Let's go to the dungeon. Floor 1. Okay. The compass has a nice movement to it. Okay, we also have a nice mini-map over there, and we can see into the next tiles. We have some coloring. The music is also nice again. We can also... Okay, okay, random encounters. These are 2 skeleton warriors. So now I don't know what my... I'm doing cold damage. No. What was that symbol again? No, it's cold damage. So I should be able to... Maybe I do double damage here, but I'm not sure if that's actually true. Then we have Xergus. For the moment, he can't do anything. So he will just punch someone in the face. Let's take this one. Ruth, the same. Moss Sprite. And Froppy. He will attack the skeleton warrior. Yeah. Ready for battle. Yes. Hatchling Drake uses Fire Blurb. Hits Ruth. Ruth attacks Moss Sprite for 6. And this is, I guess, what we can speed up or slow down. Yeah. Hatchling Drake's defeated. Moss Sprite. Okay. Attack. Moss Sprite. Yeah, so I'm not sure what these symbols actually mean. If that's like everything they do, or if that's just their attack or just their weakness. Attack. Ruth. Attack. And he will attack the skeleton. Yeah. Skeleton, 9 damage. Xergus. Froppy. Okay. Froppy is now asleep. 30 damage. Okay. Uxar is the slowest. We will now focus on Skeleton, and they will both attack the sprite. I should have used the buff here right away, but let's just inspire Uxar. Yes. Ah, he can't do anything, so he also can't inspire. Okay. 6. Oh! There's still some hit points left. Okay, Uxar attacks the skeleton, Xergus, Moss Sprite, and ability heal on Ruth. And Froppy is still asleep, so whatever. Proceed. Skeleton Warrior is defeated. Next one is asleep. Froppy is still asleep. Yeah, I think it's actually faster if I... move that over to 0% and just confirm everything with key presses. Okay. So, going to the menu, combat speed to 0, manual. Yeah. Because otherwise it might forward it and then you accidentally already click to the next one. So, Can I open? Yes, I can. Ability with Xergus. It's nice that you actually can heal between fights. I mean, that's also not something you can do in every game, that you have to drag out the combat so that you can use up all your heals or something. So the perspective is pretty good. It's showing everything. You have the good orientation. It's not 100% conventional, I would say. It feels like maybe you're a bit deeper, maybe you're a bit behind on the tile, and maybe the tiles are a bit big. But overall, it's working pretty well together. The controls... yeah. For the controls, it could... Okay, giant rand appeared. For the controls, I will get back to that in a second. So, that is electricity thing. And I should be able... I think it will do less damage. So let's kill the moss sprite first. Xergus. Yeah, let's focus on that sprite first. Oh no, they are also still asleep, so I'm not sure. Anyways, they should get woken up then, right? Yeah, wakes up. Okay. Okay, so that worked kind of as expected. Yeah. And Froppy is still asleep. Yeah. There are actually also sounds, which I just didn't hear yet. I mean, the interface sound, but there's also this from the giant rat. Why is the moss sprite still alive? Okay. Ability here on that. Ruth. Ability here on Uxa. And ability inspire Uxa. Yes. Oh, the attack missed. No effect. Oh, great. Okay. Another try. Ruth. So now Xergus is poisoned, and that means that we will constantly need to heal him until we are able to remove that. That's unfortunate. Also poisoned. Wow, that's quite a lot of poison damage. Okay. Attack. Ruth. Heal. Uxa. I also don't know how long... Ah, this is for 3 turns. Unfortunately, we don't have an... yeah, any indication that this is still active or something. Oh, 60 damage. Okay, attack. Yeah. Xergus. Ability. Nature's Touch. Ruth. Attack. We will just attack. I'm also not sure if they are going to attack something else. If the enemy is dead. Uxar is not the best in actually hitting. So I will just attack with everything now. Uh-huh. Attack. Xergus. Heal. Himself. Ruth. Attack. Heal. Self. Attack. Now, attack, 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 attack. Now, Uktha just keeps missing with everything. Not helpful. Okay. Yeah, we got a bit, but unfortunately, we cannot... Nature's Touch. There's not a whole lot we can... Level 1... I mean, if we go forward, we still keep the poison. How can I see... Ah, here. XP 45 or 50. Okay. So, oh, we can search. Search area, find nothing. Okay. What I wanted to do now is... reduce the music volume a bit. Okay. Does this actually... Yeah, it does something, but... And I can also just heal, save freely, so... Yeah, a mournful bone-rattling roar echoes from somewhere far beyond. The sound is unmistakably the villagers were telling the truth. Something ancient stirs in the depths of the place. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, there's no connection. Ah, yeah, the controls. So, we can... I will get back to that. Moss Sprite. Okay, so here we can't do anything but just attack, right? So, we will do that. Attack, attack, attack. But Froppy will inspire Uther. And first one. Okay. So we will attack. Yes. So first is defeated, second is defeated with 112 damage. That was quite decent, so we will just... Yeah. And... Frozen Fists. Shocking Grasp. Ah, I totally forgot that Uktha also has an ability for attacking. Learned Shocking Grasp. Xergus. Holy Fire. Okay, so they do have different stuff. Learned Soothe. Let's have a look at what this actually is. A Rage boosts strength greatly for 3 turns. But this, of course, takes the turn, so I'm not sure if that's actually useful. Frozen Fists. Normal attacks deal ice damage for this combat. Okay. Interesting. So he did not do ice before, I guess. And this is lightning damage. Okay. Holy fire. That's smite. It's holy damage. Small heal on one ally. Okay. Can also heal now. Okay. I'm not too happy about the poison. But it does not seem to tick while we are just moving around. And I expected that we would get back to the start. The stone idol stands in an alcove. Its features worn smooth by time. As you approach, you hear a faint whisper. Offer something of value and I shall return it threefold. Or not at all. What do? Make an offering. The idol glows and the gold reappears at its base. Multiplied several times over. Gain 60 gold. Maybe that was just like randomized. So we had to map out the dungeon, right? Oh, we have goblins. Okay. And 4 rats. The rats are doing more poison, so... I need to check the elements again. So that's... Xerxes' ability has this shock thing, which is good for nothing at the moment. But, well, actually... he can just attack the goblin and do full damage that way. I guess. Ruth ability. Holy Fire is... I mean, we also have this over here, right? Holy Fire is against... what we also don't have an enemy as enemy, but at least she can... do some damage. Yeah, let's attack some rat there. And Froppy ability Inspire Uxar. Yes. Strength rose. Then 36. Oh, Xen's Shocking Grasp. Not very effective. But we were not going for very effective. We were going for some damage. So, attack. I'm always like one ahead, so this is a bit... Ability, Holy Fire. Holy Fire was... Yeah, I mean, there shouldn't be anything which is... I will just cast that on there. Ability, Soothe on Xerxes. Yeah. Kabam. Goblin is defeated. Okay. Uxar, attack. D, attack. Attack. Soothe. And they're all dead. Okay, we need to use heal again. Ruth, heal. Heal. Okay, back. So, regarding the movement. The game does not queue up movement, but it's... The movement is relatively slow, and it's continuously checking the key presses. Which means that if you go forward and then press and hold the left button, it does result in an immediate turn. The issue is just that the turning is then maybe a little bit too fast, because you might then run into accidental turns. So if you go that route, maybe this is also just the exit here. Yeah, let's continue moving forward here. If you go that route with the movement, I think I would disable the continuous turning, because that's basically not useful in many cases. Like, you are not going to, oh, I want to turn around as quickly as possible, 180 degrees or something. It's rather unlikely, so you need the turning all the time, or press the turning when turning around 90 degrees and keep in holding it, and it might be more often accidental than you're actually wanting to do a 180 degree turn. So Uxar, he has this Frozen Fist ability. Can we use that for anything? Yes, the Hatchling Drake. And then we have got Xergus. Shock for... I mean, we cannot attack the Cave Bear, but we can attack the Will-Wisp thing. Holy Fire is also not good for anything. Let's attack the Hatchling Drake. And here we just do the Inspire. Normal attacks are now ice elements. This was not doing... Oh. It's super effective. Will-O-Wisp. Yeah. Okay. So he will take care of this one. And just one with 1 HP. Ability Heal. And ability Soothe. Drake defeated. Defeated. Heal. And another heal. Okay. Enrage. Attack. Okay. So the sound effects are still relatively silent. Xergus. So we now need to check if Uxar is not inefficient. Ability Holy Fire on the bear, and he can't do anything there. Attack. Yeah. Okay. Uxar, it's not very effective. Yeah, but I also cannot disable that now, right? So maybe that's not a great idea. Okay. Ruth. Ability. Holy Fire. Yeah, we'll just keep attacking. Dodged attack. Not very effective, but it's dead. Cave Bear, 90. Attack 4. Attack 4. Ability, Soothe. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's the poison damage, which is also doing quite a bit here. So, ability, Xergus, healing touch, nature's touch, whatever. Yeah, nature touch, Ruth. Okay. Okay, let's move forward. Ah, okay, no, these are chests. Okay. Search. You open the treasure chest. Found 36 golds. Okay. Let's increase the volume a bit again. And we can also just do another save. Ability, Frozen Fists. This is fire, so ability, nope. Back. Attack, yeah. Let's use that. Okay, so this one is almost dead already with the 8, so we will just do it this way. A Draken, super effective, and toast. Okay. Okay, this is also a dead end. Nah, we should also explore this. Nah. Okay, this on the side might be a dead end then. Giant rat and a drag. Okay. A giant rat is electricity. Oh, we will just... So both are electricity, so we would need fire to do anything else. Which I don't think we have. We have holy fire. Floppy, ability, inspire. Okay. Okay, I mean we can also use the rage here. Ability on himself. Ability. Ability. Ah, no, not inspire. Soothe. Yeah, if I just keep buffing, I'm not really achieving much. Shock will not do anything. Ruth. Yeah. So that one is down. 100 damage. Down. Attack. 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 And Ability Soothe. Okay. Okay, let's do another healing round. I might get new mana once I am getting a level up. So... But my mana is running out. Stats. And the new level up is not really in sight. So... Oh, okay. So this is bigger than expected. So this western area is also... It's not empty. And we should go back. Huh. I was just wondering. Okay, so the Will of Wisp had like this strong attack in some way. I'm not sure. Like if that, because I remember that the Will of Wisp had a super strong attack against Froppy or something, but yeah, I'm not sure if this is actually the element of that guy, or the armor can be different than that element, but then I wouldn't know what that element. Yeah, so that's not super clear. Either way, Uxar ability. We will first just do a buffing round on that. So we have Shocking here, and Shocking is good for nothing really. So attack. We will just attack the Will of Wisp. Ruth ability. This is good. Holy Fire for Skeleton. And ability Inspire. Yes. Super effective. Yeah. Defeated. 10 damage. Strength Rose. Strength Rose. Okay. Uxar. Attack. Against this guy. Sergus. Attack. Will-O-Wisp. Ability. Holy Fire. Ah, not enough. Ability here. Ah, it's 2. Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, attack. Will-O-Wisp. Ability. Soothe. On himself. Yeah. Ah, Sergus attack missed. And there's the super effective one. Attacks Uxar. But I'm not sure why. Maybe the armor he has is different of that type what's listed here, but then I don't know what this type is supposed to mean. Okay, attack. Skeleton Warrior. Attack. Wisp. Attack. Wisp. Ability Soothe. Uxar. Yes. Nah, it's just this one remaining, so... Toast! So we can do another healing round. Nature's Touch. Okay, we still have lots of mana left on Froppy. Stats. And we are relatively close to the level up. So we will hopefully get the level up now. Ability. Rage. Ability. No. Attack. Ruth. Attack. Can't do anything else. Froppy. Ability. Inspire. Yeah. Time to attack. This one. And that one is done. Attack. Let's get to this another different group here. Yes. And okay. And so yeah, they change their target to the other group if the other one is destroyed. Which is nice yeah, feature. Okay, 20 XP. Learned Reckless Attack, Frostbolt, Purify, Discordant Notes. Whatever that is. So, let's first loot the gold here. Search. Antidote. Okay. So, ability. With Ruth, we have Purify. Poison on one ally. And that's what we were hoping for. Purify. Alright, so we don't need to use that from like a healer or so. So here's Discordant Note. Damage one enemy with sound. Okay, Soothe. Soothe still has a lot of mana, so... I mean, we are at the city now, so let's go back to the city, spend our money, and maybe we can already passport, turn in, Elder Slay Hatchling Drakes. That's complete. Okay, nice. You active. We have 28%. Okay, that's not a lot. Available. There's nothing else. Okay. Then let's go to the trading post. We have not found any items. Right? Well, the one antidote. So, but it seems to be rather clear that we do need equipment for the other guys to buy it, actually. Leather armor. Yeah, equipped is the one which is listed there. So, yeah, okay. And we should probably remove that for some generic armor. Traveler's Loot. Uh-huh. This offhand item. Ranged shortbow, longbow. I don't know if what's better. Cypress stick. Okay, I guess the shortbow is better, just hitting more often or something. No, I'm stupid. I saw longbow here, but it's longsword. Okay, so if we want wonder weapon, we should buy a shortbow. Okay, buy and equip. Nice. So then we can buy the loot. For this upgrade, though I have no idea. Let's just do that. Buy and equip. Okay. Then this is headgear. This is all armor. But the armor is elemental based, so okay. Cloth hood, bronze circlet, headgear, vitality ring. It might just be better to have like this con +5 on everyone. Anti-venom brooch. Fairy wing charm, fairy only. I will just buy this thing. And we might want to actually buy that on everyone. Ruth. Fortitude. Yeah, if that results in less damage, that's worth it, I guess. Okay. So we have 136 left. We are at Sargus. Yeah, I have no idea about like how useful these values really are. So I will just buy, because it's more expensive, buy an equip. Okay. Then we will go to Ruth and we'll also buy an offhand item. Tome of Focus. Okay. We have 26 left. Can we still sleep here? No, we cannot. We have not enough money for that. But that's fine. I didn't want to do that anyways. Enter the dungeon. So, we have spent our money. Actually, what happens if we search ability inventory? We cannot rest in here, even though it's like this resting button. Wrong. So I'm one skeleton warrior? What? I'm not impressed. Ruth. No. Ah, okay. I can go back. Holy fire. Super effective. Yeah. Four goblins, one skeleton. Okay, ability. Reckless attacks 2 times the damage, lowers own con for 2 turns. Boosts own strength, let's do that. He got the electricity thing. Which is not useful. And this Frostbolt for the goblins. Yeah. Ruth can use Holy Fire for the skeleton. And damage one enemy with sound. No. Inspire. Uxa. Yes. Okay. Oh, Goblin calls for reinforcements. 150 damage. Okay, attack. Okay, Xergus. Frost. Ability. Not going to do anything here. Attack. And just attack anyone here. Okay. Goblin defeated. Attack missed. Oh. Yeah, maybe we don't need to buff him that far. It's a bit much. Yeah, okay. So we do not have the poison anymore, so we are not taking that much damage in every battle. A lot of that was just the poison damage. Yeah, the music is really adding quite a bit here. Also, everything is working well together, I would say. The graphics are nice, the sound is nice. And, well, besides of the mouse control, everything feels quite polished. Even though the balancing was mentioned as don't judge the balancing or something like that. It feels rather good, I would say. There is... I don't have the feeling that no matter I do, it's all resulting just in the same. Like, I could just hit attack everywhere, though maybe I could and still proceed. But I do think there is some visible impact, so that's a good feeling. And also don't feel like I am too overwhelmed by the enemies, but they're also not doing nothing, so I need to pay attention and heal up and so on. So I think that's working quite well. So the we need to kill the rats as soon as possible to not get the to not get poisoned again. But there's only so much we can do, so yeah. Okay, poison binds. So they tried a few times, but it did not work. I mean, he has a bow now, so yeah. Nice. So in this case, I can just, yeah. Nice. So let's continue. Giant rat and 2 hatchling drakes. So I can decide on going for the frozen fists here now. All the other ones will focus on the rats. One rat down. Uses Frozen Fist. Normal attacks are now ice elements, yeah? And I guess he... no, he was doing this... this damage type change. Yeah, of course that's like a lost turn, right? So that's... Okay. Something glints in a shadowed corner of the corridor, catching the torchlight. Uktha crouches down and brushes aside the dust to reveal a smooth rune-carved stone pulsing with faint energy. A warp stone. These rare artifacts are said to fold the space between here and the surface, allowing their bearer to escape the dungeon in an instant, or return to the deepest floor they have reached. Uktha took the stone safely away, grateful for the small mercy in an unforgiving place. Oh. What is this? It's draining mana. I mean, the good thing is that I don't have any mana. Oh. So I was just thinking maybe I should go there now, because I do not have anything to lose. Xergus. Ability. Oh. Attack. She doesn't have any mana left. Well, it is time to... Willow is defeated. Okay. We don't have a lot of room left, so... Let's go there. But first... Let's do the last couple of heals. Nature's Touch. Uktha. Nature's Touch. Nature's Touch. Okay. Soothe. Floppy. And back. Okay. Let's do our best here. Ah, there's a chest. Search. We get an anti-venom brooch. Now, what is that doing exactly? It's giving us 2 con. Not sure if that's super useful. Okay, so what are the stats saying? There's quite a far way to go for the level up. So let's head a cave bear. Okay, well, just let's head back to the entry. So that if we run out of hit points, we don't have it. I mean, we could still also just use the item, but cave bear. Strength rose. What? Was from the cave bear. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Maybe I would have been able to spam more if I had a different team with like more weapons and useful melee attacks. Search. We find vintage wine cask. Quest complete. The innkeeper's vintage wine cask. Okay, that's a nod to Bard's Tale. Yeah, we don't have any any mana besides of the Barbarian, so I will just do it this way now. And I feel like we might also be a bit overpowered now. Maybe the Constitution did help quite a bit on the rings I bought. I'm not sure. I didn't quite get how the calculation worked. So yeah. But it doesn't not feel like enemies really stand a chance now anymore. So let's explore further. Good. Okay. Maybe the level up also changed something in terms of damage. I'm not sure. Water drips steadily from the ceiling of this low corridor, pooling in shallow puddles across the floor. The dripping has an oddly regular rhythm, almost musical. At the far end, a patch of luminescent moss illuminates a small alcove. What do you do? Listening to the dripping pattern. Who will do it? Froppy, the bard. Froppy listens intently and recognizes the rhythm as an ancient counting sequence. Following its pattern, they tap specific stones in the wall. A hidden panel slides open, revealing a scale mail. Nice. Okay, ability. We have... we need to... Equipment. Froppy. Armor. I mean, it's better, so let's just use that. Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan with this, like, interface where you have to select which item to equip and so on. So I, but I mean, this is like the wizardry type thing. Attack, 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 attack. We don't have anything else. Oh, reinforcements. So, yeah, the only thing I could do is using the buffs by the Barbarian, which might maybe even have helped, but the thing is that he is doing so much damage that it probably doesn't really matter anyways. Okay. How much do we still need? One more battle. Okay, so that should be fine, and then we can heal up again. Boom, boom. Nah. That was not nice. Okay. So we do not have a lot of room. But that was enough. Learned Second Wind. And of course we also get new additional hit points here. More total hit points with a level up. Second Wind. Rooster's Crow. Shield of Faith. And Reveal. Reveal? Okay. But the most important thing now is healing. What is Reveal? Wake the party from sleep. Okay. First up, healing. Healing. Alright, Ruth. Shield of Faith. Constitution for 3 turns. Okay. Then Xorius. Rooster's Crow. A sharp call that rouses an ally from... okay. Okay, that should be good enough. Not just good, but good enough. Okay, we continue. Two hatchlings. He could switch over, but I think I will focus on that thing. Xergus, ability. Frost on the hatchling. Ruth. Holy Fire on the skeleton. And here we will also attack the Will of Wisp. Is super effective. Defeated. Defeated. And Ruth's attack missed. Okay, attack. Xergus attack. Ruth ability Holy Fire. This one. And attack. There is the Holy Fire. Okay. Ah, there's another mana drain thing. Okay. So here we have a lot of fire dudes, so maybe it makes sense to go... Okay, maybe the more button should not show as long as... second wind. Yeah. As long as the total amount is not bigger than the one with the more. So, Frozen Fists. Then Xergus, ability. Frost Bolt to Goblin. Then Ruth. Holy Fire to Skeleton. And Froppy, attack on Will of Wisp. But this might actually be a bit... Okay, we killed the first one. Attack missed. Yeah, they are not... You can see that doing 2 damage, so there's not a lot going on with their... with their damage. Super effective. Okay. Reinforcements. And now we can just spam. Beat it. Yeah, okay. Alright. And such a soothing salve. I mean, maybe the game is just this one dungeon. But I think we can just... Yeah. We did not see some of the attacks yet, like Petrify. But maybe this is also just the boss, or maybe it's not in the game at all. Okay. Yeah, I think in this case we just spam them. Yeah. We do still have a bit of healing left. But we also need to go into this mana drain area now, so we will just use that. Ability. Xargus, touch. Floppy, soothe on himself. Soothe on Ruth. Soothe on Uxar. Okay. Bam, bam. Okay. Such. Oh. I was a bit too fast there. I didn't see what we got. Rough-spun, that was the old one. So it seems like there's... in most chests, there isn't really anything super interesting. It's just the curing stuff. Which then only makes sense if you're running around without a healer. Okay, search. A bit of gold. Okay. Defeated. Dead ends. So we only have one path left. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, but the enemies, they don't really do any damage. I think the... no. The rings I got, they might have made quite a difference. An enormous figure lies curled up in this white chamber, snoring with a sound like grinding boulders. It's some kind of golem or construct, covered in moss and dust. A leather pouch, the size of a horse saddlebag, rests beneath one of his massive arms. What do you do? Try to steal the pouch. Who will do it? Floppy. Floppy creeps forward with silent precision, eases the pouches free, and retreats without disturbing the giant. Inside, a fortune in gold, old coins. 50 gold. Okay. Or giant rats. Poison. Now we do not have any way to clear that poison again. Until we get another level up, which will take quite a bit. So let's try and explore the rest of the dungeon. Okay. 2 goblins. The issue is that even though they might not hit us. Oh, okay. Even though they might not hit us, we will still get damage with the poison. Okay. Eat it. We can also use... maybe we should do that. Use the antidote. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Inventory, antidote. I'm not sure if the right character... Single ally. I didn't... Maybe I can select the target. No. Ah, yeah, okay. Xargus. Okay. I mean, for this instance now it's good because I don't have any mana anymore, but usually you would just clear that with a spell. Oh. Another roar shakes the corridor walls. Much closer now. The air itself trembles with it. Whatever lurks ahead knows the party is coming. It would be wise to save before pressing on. The party steadies their nerves and grips their weapons tighter. Okay. So maybe we should first prepare. Strength rose. Okay, all toast. So, what we will try now, more for science than it's really needed, is using the warp stone. Use deepest floor visited. I mean, it kind of implies that there's more than just this one floor, right? So, who knows? But it was also mentioned that the game would take 1 to 2 hours, so maybe... I mean, why is it called floor 1? Okay, we will not use the stone yet. We will move back, but the path is quite long now. I don't want to walk that distance, and we will use the stone now. Warp stone, use! We will probably find another stone deeper down. An unseen force yanks the party upward. Okay, 670 gold. Now let's go to the quest board. Turn in. We have surveyed the floor. Yeah. To all living members, turn in. And the wine cask. Okay. There's nothing else. Maybe we need to check in for the second floor then. So maybe that port was a bit unelegant. Okay, now we can first rest in the inn. For 150 gold. That's insane! 50% HP and all. Stables are enough. Yeah, healing is so strong that the other options are not really super useful. Oh, we can donate. Give an offering. Yeah, 10 gold. Thank you, friend. Every bit helps. Keep the sanctuary's candles lit. Okay. Let's buy some stuff. So, he does have a main hand item, but he does not have actually it also didn't take too much damage, so it's a bit of a yeah, we can buy an offhand item, a buckler, buy and equip. We will just spend everything on all characters now. Chainmail. Yes. Buy and equip. Then we also can use a helm. There are no different helms, so we just buy this. Leather boots, iron footwear, swift sandals. We use con. Dex is for hitting better, so let's do this. Okay. Oh no, this is counting as an upgrade for that. Weird. Okay, let's use this then. Yeah, okay. If the game tells me to do that... Okay, but in this case... We now need to... camp, inventory, the sandals. Equipment. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to keep them. Trading posts. Buy equipment. Let's... No. So, he will use the bow, not the longsword. So we will ignore that. He's got the loot, so we will also not use this thing now. Studded leather. Not really helpful. Cloth hood. Yeah. Shoes. He has the swift sandals now, so we will not do that. And that's it. Okay, Xergus. Harvest sickle. I mean, there's not really much else, so let's just do that. Shadow Cloak. Yeah, let's take this. Hood. Shoes. And that's it. Last character, Ruth. An iron mace. A wooden shield. Scale mail, studded leather. On 7. HP, yeah, let's use the studded leather. Oh, maybe there was something else. Yeah. Bronze circlets. Headgear. Cloth. Iron greaves. And that's it. Okay, so we couldn't even spend all our money there. Okay. Oh, because I am... No, that's fine. Okay, enter the dungeon. Well, that didn't work. Okay, I thought I was ported back now, but maybe I used the wrong option. What we will do now is first... What was intimidate? Lower the enemy's strength. Yeah, that's something which is... If you can kill someone, why would you reduce the strength instead? So that must be really good in order to be useful. Okay, heal here. For the others, we don't need it yet. Okay, so in this case, we do need to run quite a bit. And then we will see if we can actually go into the next level, or if that's it. I don't think that we have anything which is helping. There is no attack, fire, ability, this one. Okay, yes. Super effective. Mend. Ability. No, Attack. Ability, this one. Mm-hmm. Asleep. Yeah, we will just ignore that. Okay. We have 2 people who are asleep now. Sergus. Roosters. This one. Okay. Alright. What was the right path here? This one. Goblin. 1 goblin. Blech. Okay. So, in regards to the frequency the enemies are showing up, maybe a little bit less would have been fine, but I think it's not overwhelmingly annoying. But personally, I'm not a fan of random attacks in general, so pre-placed enemies I would have preferred. Okay, so let's use Soothe, but of course this is like the wizardry style, right? So let's see. Oh. The corridor opens into a vast, dimly lit chamber. Atop a great flat stone in the center lies a serpentine dragon, ancient beyond reckoning. A pair of cracked spectacles rest upon his long snout, and a wispy beard trails from his jaw like cobwebs. He raises his weathered head and regards the party with eyes that have seen ages turn. There's no malice in his gaze, only a profound bone-deep wariness. So, more of you, more brave souls come to plumb the depths, to chase glory into the dark. He exhales a slow, smoky sigh. I have watched countless adventurers descend past this place. None have returned with anything worth the cost. He uncurls himself from the stone with visible effort, joints popping like cracking timber. Despite his frailty, the chamber trembles faintly as he rises to his full height. It's also nice, the party in the bottom. My best years are far behind me, little ones, but there is still some fight left in these old bones. I will not allow you to pass, not until you understand what lies below. And you are not ready to understand. Not yet. The dragon draws a deep, rattling breath. His eyes flare with ancient fire. Okay, he is fire guy. Then we use Frozen Fists and Frostbolt. 800, okay. Ruth, boost 1 ally's constitution. For 3 turns. So this one is kind of, I don't see the point of that. If someone is about to die, you would rather heal him. So we will just attack instead. And here... Inspire. Yes. Frozen Fists. Super effective. 18. Ancient Flame. Yeah. And what did it do? 680 because flame armor. It's not very effective. Yeah. You are not very impressive, old dragon. Attack. Ability, Frostbolt. Attack. And attack. Bams. Bams. Super effective. Super effective. And there's the next fire. Yeah. Attack. Frostbolt. Attack. Dragon is defeated. 100 gold, 200 XP. The ancient dragon collapses to the stone with a shuddering groan, his spectacles clattering to the floor. For a long moment, the only sound is his labored breathing. You are stronger than I expected. A faint, weary smile crosses his scarred face. Perhaps strong enough to bear the truth. He reaches out, one trembling claw, and touches the ground before the party. The stone floor ripples like water, and suddenly the party is falling. No, flying, hurtling downward through the dungeon at impossible speed. Corridors blur fast, monsters of every shape and kind flash by in the hundreds, floor after floor, deeper and deeper, faster and faster. Goblins, dragons, undead, constructs, beasts never seen before, treasure rooms, trap corridors, vast underground lakes. It never ends. The vision accelerates beyond comprehension. Thousands of floors, millions of corridors, an infinity of monsters and treasures and corridors spiraling into the void. The party feels their minds beginning to fracture under the sheer crushing weight of endlessness. The dragon severs the vision with a sharp gasp, and the party staggers back to reality, trembling and disoriented. Do you see now? Do you understand what I mourn for? His ancient eyes glisten. Infinite possibility, infinite variety, and yet utterly hollow. Every corridor looks different, and yet means the same nothing. Every monster is new, and yet serves no purpose beyond the last. This is what the builders of the place brought. Endless creation without intention, boundless craft without care. I have watched it unspool beneath me for centuries, and it is a tragedy beyond words. The dragon lowers his great head to the floor. You have bested me. My life is yours to do with as you please. You may grant me mercy and help me seal these lower floors forever, so that no more souls are lost to meaningless infinity. Or you may strike me down and descend into the depths yourself, chasing experience and treasure without end or purpose. The choice is yours. What will the party do? Help the dragon, seal the dungeon, slay the dragon, and descend. Okay, so I guess this might be like endgame stuff then, if you want to continue playing, basically. I mean, we did not see Petrify yet, so I guess there must be more. But if it's like endless downwards... I should have saved, I didn't. So then I could use the other option. Yeah, I forgot to save. Help the dragon seal the dungeon. No, we slay the dragon, and then I will try to go there quickly with the save. Slay the dragon and descend. The party raises their weapons. The dragon does not flinch. She simply closes his eyes. I see. Then I pity you as I pity this place. The blow is swift and merciful. The great serpent shudders once and is still. A long final breath escapes him like a whisper. And then there's silence. Beyond his resting place, the stairway descends into darkness. The air rising from below smells of dust and eternity. Whatever meaning the dungeon once held died with its guardian. The party presses onward. There is always another floor. Uh-huh. Alright, a goblin appeared. Attack, 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 attack. Or maybe I did save? I don't remember. Okay. So, what we will do now is save, but on a different slot. I did not save. Okay. And now we are on floor 2. So what happens if we can go there? Oh god. Okay, I did not save for quite a bit. I will do the... Yeah. I will go like the quickest route to the dragon now, and then I will check out what happens if was it this? Was it that? Will-o-wisp. I will just spam kill them now. Of course, now I don't have that equipment. I'm even poisoned at the moment. Search. Okay, nothing here. Yeah, that was further up. Okay, I will make a cut here, and then we are going to test that other option. Yeah, I should have saved right before the battle there. I totally forgot that. And you can see what happens if you just spam click attack here. Nature's Touch. So in the beginning, it definitely makes a difference. Goblin is defeated. Uxa takes... Oh, Uxa has fallen. And now there's Nature's Touch and has no effect. Okay. Okay, either way, I will reload that, and I will try to go to the dragon relatively quickly. And then we will see what happens if we actually seal that. And yeah. So give me 1 second. Quick interrupt just to show what happens when you die, which we will do now. And let's see how the game handles that. Game over. Continue. Lose 50% golden XP. Alright. And then a team of dungeon delvers like yourself discovered your carcasses and dragged you back to the surface, extracting a fee they thought appropriate for their services. Ah, okay, cool. Of course, I will not do that now, but reload the other save again. So, 1 second. And here we are with level 3 this time, so I skipped most of the stuff, but this should be enough. Yeah, so the dragon is defeated, and now we will see what happens if we use the other option. Yeah. What will you do? Help the dragon seal the dungeon. The party sheaths their weapons, the old dragon lifts his head, and for the first time, something other than sorrow crosses his face, relief. Thank you. You're wiser than most who have stood where you stand now. He rises with great effort and hobbles across the chamber toward the stairway that descends into the lower floors, each step slow and pained. I had grown too weak to perform the rites myself, but perhaps with your help. Under the dragon's instruction, the party traces ancient symbols into the stone around the stairway, repeating words in a language older than any they have heard. The ground trembles, the stone groans and shifts, sealing itself with a permanence that will outlast empires. The infinite dungeon below is locked away forever. The old dragon curls back upon his stone, finally at peace. I will rest now, thanks to you. I have little left to moan about, other than these aching old bones. He chuckles softly. Tell the villagers, tell them, the groans were the dungeon shifting, grinding, reshaping, knotting itself into an ignominious end. It is near enough the truth. He closes his eyes and begins to snore softly, a sound almost like purring. The party turns and makes the long walk back to the surface lighter than when they came. And with that, the game ends. Alright. Yeah, that was to be expected, but the reason why I slew the dragon in this save was because I wanted to know what's coming here in floor 2, and we will... I guess this will go on for forever now, but we will just have a quick look now and see if we find anything completely new, like bandits and minotaurs. So, yeah, attack, no, we need to go back, ability, frozen fists, ability, this one for the minotaur, oh, 120, so now it actually gets significantly, they are leveling up basically the enemies here. Ability, holy fire against the bandit. They are unholy for some reason. Okay. And Froppy will just attack the bandits. Okay. Oh yeah. Super effective. So these enemies, they do have some significant damage. Defeated. Uxar, Minotaur. Okay. Also, that the enemies are jumping now and then. Okay. Xergus, ability, Frostbolt, Minotaur. Ability, heal, Xergus, ability, Soothe, Froppy. Bams. Another Minotaur is toast. And, yeah. There's still one left. Oh no, he must ability, Frostbolt, Ruth, ability, Holy Fire, and ability, Soothe. Okay. Defeated. And yeah, attack. Okay. And level up. Owl's Wisdom. Smite, Lullaby. Ability. He didn't get anything new. Owl's Wisdom. Boost all allies' wisdom for 3 turns. Smite. Lightning damage to 1 enemy. Froppy. Attempt to put 1 enemy to sleep. Yeah, that's not super useful. At least if the enemies stay or as weak as they are, even with the boost now, it's just more useful to just kill enemies instead of putting them to sleep for a turn or so. I mean, this is not always true, but it's often enough true that these... Oh. That these... ability... debuffs and stuns and so on, they are not worth it. Xergus, ability, Frostbolt, Minotaur. Yeah. And Ruth, ability, Holy Fire. Let's lose the Holy Fire on the Wolf. Ability. Also Wolf, yes. Super effective. War Stomp. Bams. Now Ice Elements. Yeah. Okay. Ability, Xergus, Ruth. Mana drain stuff. Okay, I will not go into... Oh, new enemies. Ghosts. Okay. Ability... Shocking Grasp against the wolf. Ability... Holy Fire Ghosts. Attack wolf. Hole, nothing happens. Maybe is... Oh, they're draining mana. Wolf is defeated. Mana and HP. Okay, attack, ghosts, Xergus, ability. We need to use the shock on wolf. Ability, holy fire on ghosts, and attack wolf. So now this actually, yeah, is important to use the right values, the right elements. Nothing happens. On the ghosts, yes, Xergus, ability, shock. On wolf, Ruth, ability, holy fire on ghosts. And let's attack another wolf here. Wolf is defeated, and the other wolf is also toast. Super effective. Defeated. And okay, that one will just die. Okay. Harpy. They might actually be quite brutal, because two of our guys are vulnerable to that. 2 times the damage. Second wins. We will do this attack. Xergus, ability. There's not much we can do. Let's do the here ability. Just attacking the harpy. And no, not inspire. Soothe. Yeah, this might now be a reckless attack. No, it's not that much. Okay. Yeah, let's just attack there. Defeated. But okay. Oh, polished metal panels line the walls of this corridor, reflecting your torchlight in dazzling patterns. Your reflections stare back, but something about them seems wrong. One of them moves when it shouldn't. What do? Investigate the moving reflection. Who will do it? The rat. Ruth. Ruth approaches the panel and touches it. Their reflection reaches back and presses something cold into their hand. The reflection smiles, then goes still. Obtained? Templar's Mail. Okay. Templar's Mail. Whoa. Okay. 35. Okay. Ruth. Armor. Templar's Mail. 35 con. I guess that means that Ruth can go to the front now. She must have such a brutal constitution value now. Con of 90. I don't think that anything will happen there anymore. Dark Priest. Xergus. Attack. Ability. I mean, Holy Fire in this case anyways. One is defeated. Super effective. Ability, Holy Fire. And okay. Defeated. Now there's the Holy Fire. Oh, they're doing some healing. Attack. Attack. Ability, Holy Fire. Okay. Defeated. And also toast. Okay, let's just attack that one normally. So we can still find new events. Giant snail. Okay. Ability. Frost. Orc. Ability. Holy Fire doesn't do anything. Here. Ability. It's also not doing anything. So can inspire. But yeah, probably. Ooh. Okay. That was a critical. Its strength rose. Probably. I guess that the buff is pretty useless now. Ability. Frost. Orc. Yeah. Ruth. Ability. Soothe. Floppy. Okay. The Acid Spirits. 10 damage. Okay, not doing much. Uxar. Attacking the snail. Xergus. Frostbolt on the orc. Okay. And defeated. And let's kill the last one. Die! Okay. We need to use healing. And we should probably also save the game now. Ah, dead end. Okay, so the southern part is probably not reachable. Ironhide Elixir. What's this doing? A thick tonic that hardens the body against blows. Permanent or what? Let's just use that. Ah, okay, maybe that's just for the quest then. We have a carved wooden horse. Ah, okay, so maybe that's for a quest we didn't see yet. Holy fire. Well, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Done. No. Okay. Another treasure. Such. A bit of gold. We need to use some healing again. Here. Here. Okay. These are two dead ends. I will just try to find like the next exit or something. A stone fountain still flows with clear water, and possibly deep underground the water glows faintly with an arcane shimmer. Two basins flanking the fountain bear symbols, one of a sword, the other of a star. What do you do? Drink from the star. Don't drink, Oh, star basin. Who will do it? The gnome, Xergus, cups the water and drinks. Clarity floods their thoughts, but their body aches as the magic takes its toll. Recovered 30, took 10 damage. Okay. Wolf! Wolf! Okay, this is ice stuff. Ability. Shocking. Ability. Can smite. Oh, completely forgot that. Okay. Ruth was shaken. Okay. Ability, shocking. Ability, smite. Aha. Defeated, defeated. Nothing happens. Okay, defeated. Attack. Ability, shocking. Ability, smite. And ability, soothe. Defeated. And the next one. And the last one. No, not the last one. Still alive. Now it's toast. Okay. We need to use some healing. What is the XP saying? Okay. We are on the path. Oh, okay, this is a dead end. Yeah, so at this point, the random encounters do get somewhat annoying, because now I basically just want to run back a bit, but I have to go through multiple of these. Ability... Soothe... And of course the combats are also taking longer now. Minor. Let's kill the ghost first. Ability. No. Just... Well, actually... Frostbolt, Minotaur. Holy Fire, Ghosts, Attack, Minotaur. War Stomp. Quite a bit of damage. Attack. Ability. Holy Fire on the Ghosts. I should have done it the other way around, but I don't want to change it around anymore. Oh, missed. Not very effective. Ghost uses Leech. Okay. Attack. Minotaur. Xergus. Ability. Frost. Minotaur. Ability. Holy Ghost. Attack. Okay. That's... And learned Whirlwind. Leveled up, leveled up. Battle March. Okay. This might be interesting. First, let's... Well, we can already check here. Whirlwind. Hit a group of enemies at... Okay. At damage. And here, Battle March. Boosts all allies' dexterity. Okay. Ability, Xergus, Nature... Touch... Ruth. Okay. Back. Okay, now we... There might be... No, this is just a dead end. Wolf, Ghost. Yeah. Attack. Xergus, ability. Shock. Wolf. Ruth, ability. Holy Fire. Ghost. And of course I should have used the Whirlwind. Well, let's do that again. Ability. No, that's the wrong one. Back. Ability. Whirlwind. 14. Okay. On the wolves. Okay. Ability. Shocking Grasp. Wolf. Ability. Holy Fire. Ghosts. And... Battle March. Party's Dexterity rose. Okay, he basically just killed everyone with one attack. Defeated. Still 2 ghosts left. Okay. So there's probably just a treasure on the other side, so I will not go there. That ends. Ability. Whirlwind on the snails. Ability. Frost. Shocking also on the snail. Yeah, we need the Holy Fire. And... nah, there's nothing really. We attack the Harpy. Okay. Harpy lands a critical hit on Ruth for 8 damage. Very critical. Whirlwind. Oh. Okay, missed, but not everyone was missed. I mean, there is a ton of enemies here. Whirlwind. Ability. Giant Snail. Ability. Holy Ghosts. Attack on Harpy. Harpy dead. Defeated. Defeated. Okay. Now we will continue with normal attacks to not use up all the mana. Ruth, Holy Fire, the ghosts, and he will keep attacking the harpies. A lot of XP, a lot of gold, but yeah, they are taking quite a time now. Which would not be an issue if these weren't just random encounters, right? So I'm fine with long and interesting like fights where you know that you achieved something going forward. But we go back. Uxa, ability, Whirlwind, Harpy, Xerxes, ability, no. Just attacking the Harpy. Ruth, ability, Holy Fire on Dark Priest, also Dark Priest. Whirlwind, and everyone died in the whirlwind. And defeated. Okay. I kind of doubt that we need to go in there. Okay. Ability. Whirlwind. Ability. Frost Bolt on the Minotaur. Ability. Holy Fire on the Ghosts. Attack. Ghosts. And go. Bams. Defeated. 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 Okay. We need to heal up. Soothe. Okay. So I will go into this southern area here. And we'll try to find... Oh. There's more corridors. Ability. Whirlwind. Snail. Priests. Ruth. Ability. Holy Fire. Priests. Attack. Priests. Whirlwind. Bams. 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 Okay. Acid Spit. Ability. The Whirlwind is running out now. Holy Fire on the Dark Priest. Mm-hmm. They still have quite a lot. I could have aimed at someone else. Yeah, that's a bit of an overkill. Okay. All toast. Time for some healing. He needs to heal more. Okay. What are the stats saying? It's still quite a lot for the next level. Save. Would be nice if the save slot would automatically go to the last one selected. So you don't accidentally save over the wrong one. The new one. Okay, just dead ends. Nah. Okay. Ability. Whirlwind. Giant Snail. Ability. Frost Bolt. On the Orc, I think the Orcs should... Oh, we don't have any mana left on this one. Orcs should probably die relatively quickly. I will do the battle march here. War Stomp. Yeah, again, it's a big group and they do have quite a lot of hit points. Ability. Whirlwind on the snail again. Ability. Frostbolt on the orc. Ability. No, not doing anything there. The snails still have hit points. Xergus, ability, frosts on the orc. And the rest will just focus on the snail now. Nah, not defend. Ability, frost, Minotaur. War Stomp. Defeated, defeated. And to level up, Uxar. 8. Learned Entangle. Heal all. Traveler's Tune. What is heal all? HP of the entire party. Let's try that. And Traveler's Tune. Teleport party back to town or to the deepest floor visited. Okay, so we could use that to just travel out. That is quite helpful at the point where we are now. A chest. Search. 90 gold. Now, what we need to check when we are getting back to the town is whether we will find new items and new quests. Whirlwind, ability, electricity. By now I also know a couple of the element thingies. Ability, smite, wolf. Don't need that. Attack. No, this group. Defeated. Whirlwind. Defeated, 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 defeated. Okay, this was a weak group. I mean, we must... Ah, there's the entry to the next level. We must be able to hand in quests, because we already have a quest item for a deeper level. What's this? Heal oil. Oh. Oh, Ruined Bear, Storm Orc, Glacial Drag. Okay. Attack. We cannot do a Whirlwind anymore. The Ruined Bear attack. Oh, no. Attack. Ruined Bear. Xergus, ability. Huh, this might, the Ruined Bear might be a bit problematic. We also have nothing real. Well, we can use this on that. Smite, not enough. Attack, Ruined Bear. And Froppy. Battle March. Yeah. Okay, super effective. Yeah, but it's a strong one. Ability. Shocking. This one. No mana here. Super effective. Now, and now we will just kill the rest. Oh, Stormorc uses a crushing blow for 81 damage. Okay. That's quite a bit. Okay. Let's use the ability now of Froppy, the Traveler's Tune, and now we get back to the town. And on the quest board, browse available. Okay, now we have for level 2 and level... Even for level 1? The architecture... Oh, maybe it doesn't save these correctly if you reload or something. Okay. We have this wooden horse here already. Turn in. Okay. Okay, so we do have new quests. We have quests for level 3. We also... Need to check buy equipment. Ah, now we have tier 3 equipment. Okay, and that will probably go on and on and on, but I think we basically finished the game and have seen everything. Maybe there are 96, 97 more levels or something, but yeah, let me have a look into the comments on itch.io if there's anyone saying I reached level 150 or something, or if there's any statement regarding the max levels. 1 second. Nope, there is nothing in regards to that. Maybe it's also still a bit early, so there are not that many comments in yet. Crypt Red already played it, but he decided to help the dragon, so Crypt Red is the usual suspect who played through all the games and usually has some advanced information there, but nothing in there yet. So yeah, I will leave it at that. Maybe there are about 100 more levels. Maybe they are even procedurally generated in some way. I don't know. But in any case, it's yeah, very nicely made a game with basically no real weaknesses, I would say. The graphics are nice and fitting together. The music is really well made. Yes, it's AI, but it's still putting something together which fits well, is still an accomplishment, and this really worked well. The game is full of content, has all these different features. A shop, you can earn money, you have the character stats, different abilities, and minimap, porting back to town, and yeah, all that stuff in the game. So also really great in like how feature rich this game is. And yeah, if I had to pick points for improvement, these would be basically, but this is more of a design thing, I would prefer if the enemies were fixed placed, so that you would not encounter, if you explore a section of the dungeon, because yes, there would of course also be something which could be improved. The dungeons are just they are just generic and relatively boring, right? Though these events in the big rooms, they are interesting and they are very cool addition. But the general layout and the empty corridors and dead ends and so on, of course, that's not super interesting. But the issue which goes hand in hand with that is if you go into one of these branches and fight your way through, and then you see that it's a dead end and you need to fight your way back. I mean, yes, you could in theory just run from every encounter, but personally I would prefer it if like these were just fixed enemies. They don't even need to show up in the world, even though that would also be nicer. But like if there was an enemy in this corner and once you pass that enemy, it's gone. And it's not showing up again. Maybe if you reset the dungeon, it's showing up again or something, if you really want to have an option to grind. So that would be one thing, which is more of a design thing, which I would prefer to have. And in regards to movement, yeah, as I mentioned, queuing up would be the nicer option, but the way it works, it already works pretty good. And because the turning is not super fast, it also works the way that you go forward. If I press W and then hold the Q button, it will automatically turn as the next action. That works, but I think in this case, I would disable the option to maybe double turn. or to only... Yeah. Now, I don't know if you can, if it would feel too odd in this case if you disable that. But this would be something, because it's a bit too easy to accidentally double turn in this instance. But it's only a minor thing. Navigation generally felt pretty good. If this is not a real-time battle game, so that's also not a big issue generally. So yeah, it's an excellent entry that has been Vector Hollow by WanderingTheDepths. So yeah, thanks a lot for this contribution to the DungeonCrawler GameJam of 2026. And that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. And if you're interested in seeing more videos, then check the playlist, which I will link down in the video description, where you can just jump to the next entry or to any other entry. I will add them one by one. And yeah, with that said, thanks again, and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.